Welcome back in. Well, as you guys can see, we are joined by some very special guests here in our studio. We are excited and elated to be joined by the Division 5A state champion Calaveras football team. And representing the Red Hawks, let me introduce these studs to you guys. We are going to start off over here at the end. We have quarterback and DB, Cohen Coran. What's up, Cohen?
What's up? How you doing?
All right, brother. Good to have you here. Right next to him, we have running back and DN Enrique Hernandez. What's up, Enrique?
What's up? Nothing much.
All right, brother.
Glad to be here.
Glad to have you here. Right next to him, we have running back and DB Ryan Clifton. What's up, Ryan?
What's up? How you doing?
Oh, I'm great now. All right.
There we go.
We're going to go over to this side right here. We have running back and linebacker Cody Paulson.
How's it going?
Cody, I'm doing great. How are you doing, sir?
Pretty good.
Love that, man. Love that. And right next to him, we have linebacker and center Nathan Buddy Cavanaugh. What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
All right. And last but not least, the man at the end, the head of this operation and of this football team, the head coach, Manny Mossa. What's up, Coach Mossa?
Not much. Thanks for having us.
All right. Thank you so much for coming down here. They came all the way down from San Andreas to be here tonight. They could be anywhere, but you are here with us. We appreciate you guys coming down and being on the show. So first things first, before we start, looking around, I see a lot of blonde hair. Was this something we did for the postseason or state championship game? How do we get this thing going?
It was his idea, and we did it for our section game.
When you say his idea, which one?
Enrique.
Enrique.
Yeah.
Enrique, what inspired this?
It was just, brought us together as a team, and I was like, if we're going to win and they're going to talk, they lost to a bunch of blonde-haired kids. So.
Well, you ain't lying. It's bad enough losing, but to lose the blonde-haired kids, I guess, is never an easy thing. What about Coach Mossa? Did you guys get him to dye his hair?
We tried.
It didn't
We
work.
We asked him.
Oh, Coach.
I mean, better than gray, I guess.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, let's talk about it. You see it right here in front of me, the state championship trophy, the first one that you guys have brought back to Calaveras in program history. What does it mean to be a part of this historic campaign and this team that will forever be etched in history?
I mean, for me, it means the most. Like, I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life. It's just going to be a great memory with the family I've made throughout the season. It's just going to be awesome.
I mean, I grew up here, played football at the youth level for Calaveras, and growing up, I've never seen anyone go this far, and to do it feels great.
I mean, it was just really fun, just a really memorable experience to just come out here and do that. I mean, it was kind of weird because it was we were winning, and then we made it so far to we won again. It was just kind of over, and so I mean, it was just awesome.
What do you attribute just the success of this team and just that mental fortitude to be as great as you guys have been throughout the postseason?
It was definitely tough. Not a lot of teams make it that far. Just to go that far, it's tiring, and you're just but the more you win, it feels like the more motivation it gives you. And the type of offense that we run, it's really tough. It breaks down opponents, and it's just a good game plan.
I definitely will say. Now, part of the person responsible for that game plan is the head coach right here. Now, Coach, this had to be really special for you because you graduated from Calaveras High School. You played there. And to come back and then bring home the first state title in program history, this had to be a surreal feeling for you.
Yeah, and I still kind of setting in. When you get going during the season, it's you plan, you prepare, you play the game, then you plan, prepare, and you play the next game. And I felt like these guys they continued to soak up everything we were giving them. Myself, Coach Scott Anderson, Coach Doug Clark, and at playoffs happened, we hit the section title game, we won that. And that was something at Calaveras we have really strived for. We went to 8 of them, we lost 8 of them. So that was number 9. We finally got it, and then things just kept going. After that, these guys didn't want to stop, and pretty special, And as the season gets further away, it's really settling in a little bit for me.
Now, I know you've had probably a lot of remarkable moments throughout your life with all the things that you've done. Where would you say winning this state title ranks in all of your accomplishments?
Oh, I mean, behind my kids and getting married, right there, top of the list.
Good answer, because you know your wife is watching, and she's like, if he puts this above the marriage, you would have been on the couch tonight. So, good answer there. With that being said, Coach, when you look back on this 2025 season, what are you going to remember the most about this team?
Easy. They were family. They were tight. Every player. There wasn't cliques, there wasn't groups, there wasn't anybody kind of off to the side. It was one team, one family. Regardless of wins or losses. We started the season 1-2. Lost to Bradshaw Christian, lost to Ripon Christian. So they could easily gotten on each other and been down and given up, but they didn't. They pulled together even tighter, and I couldn't have been more proud of how they treated each other.
So every athlete that you see up here goes both ways, like mostly everybody on this team. Some of you guys barely get to come off for a play or two or three throughout the whole game. Where does that come from? Is that the conditioning in the off season? How do you explain that?
Well, it comes from Mondays.
Monday.
We do film, we go on the field and do like 30 minutes of just like overview and view what we're going to do this week, like a game plan. And then the rest, like hour and a half, we're running the rest of practice. So.
It's called Monday Run Day, or
Monday Run Day.
Monday Run Day.
That does not sound like fun. But hey, if it breeds state champions, then clearly it's doing something right. So, well, that's awesome. Congratulations on everything that you guys have accomplished this season, and continue to be wonderful, exemplary student athletes out there in Calaveras. Everyone is counting on you guys, so keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
Thanks,
Thank
Gavin.
you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on the show. Safe travels back to San Andreas for you. Once again, guys, the Division 5A state champions, the Calaveras Red Hawks football team, right here on Toyota Sports Extra. All right, well, this is what we have coming up next, right here on the show. And talk. All right.